Hey guys, good morning, afternoon. I sound terrible. I know. It's allergies. I got my ballot in the mail. Okay. My PJs. Anyway. Did a little genealogy this morning. Even got a message over on Ancestry. But we're going to talk about Roots Magic 10 today. I've decided to eliminate one of the videos from yesterday. I will keep the one when I came home. I don't remember what the other one was. So, this is my little two-piece for when I go for my sleep study. Is that not cute? And it feels so soft. It's silky without being too shiny, if that makes sense. So, I can't believe I got it in this little tiny bag. Anyway. Oh, wow. That'll keep it dust free. And it's my ballot. Is this the presidential primary? Is this a town election? I think it's primary, but I am not sure. Instructions on returning your ballot. Please sign the brown envelope, print your street address on it. Make sure the ballot is complete. Fold the ballot, place in brown envelope, seal brown envelope, place brown envelope and white envelope. Okay. See what we've got here. Oops. Oh, it's a single question. It's local. It's a single question. You've got to be kidding me. I'm saying that about the question. No, bleep no, 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 no. I can hear my mother up in heaven saying, no, bleep no. So. This one's not working. Oh. Okay. We have something in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that I'm not sure if other states actually have. It's what's called Proposition 2.5. Basically, you cannot raise your local taxes in your town, real estate taxes and such, more than 2.5% without what's called an override, meaning that you have to have the majority vote of the town. This is a way around an override, because we've already told them, bleep no more overrides. So this is a way around an override by saying, can we exempt this bill from the override? And the answer is no. I'm sorry, no. Ask for an override. You won't get it. We have been fighting over this bill, this bill that they want to exempt from an override, meaning they can raise your taxes more than 2.5% for this bill without an override. The town has been fighting over this bill amongst itself and amongst the 13 towns that pay this outlandish bill for years. What is this outlandish bill, you ask? I don't know if in your area you do this, but in our area, depending on your region of the state, there is a vocational technical school that covers your region, and certain kids get in, and each of the, in this case, 13 towns that are in that region have to pay a bill to that school. Well, that school wants, I guess, an outlandish amount of money for some repairs and whatnot from the 13 towns. They need to look elsewhere. I understand that certain repairs need to be done. Okay? But you have your own school committee made up of members from all 13 towns. Figure out how you're going to pay it without raising our bill so much that we have to exempt it from Prop 2.5. That tells me that's a huge bill and a huge burden on a town that's already overburdened. And the reason that our town is overburdened, other than the fact that we have less than 10,000 people, is because we really don't have business. We have one major business in town, an envelope manufacturer, where the woolen mill used to be. Other than that, the only businesses we have, literally, we have a lumber company, we do have a building company, like a contracting company. Let's see, what do we have? We have the envelope company, we have a big contracting company, we have small convenience stores, liquor store, and a doctor, a dentist. I don't know if those are considered businesses as far as taxes go. And we have a realtor. And we just lost our bookstore. Like I said, and pizza parlors. I think I said that. But yeah, that's not good. So you're putting the burden basically on the homeowners in a town that really does not have business to take up burden. And I personally think that when they're spreading that out amongst the 13 towns, they need to, spreading the bills for running that school among the 13 towns, they need to look at the 13 towns and say, okay, which towns can sustain that? And instead of giving them all the same bill, you know what I mean, the same amount, charging them all the same amount, charge them by the size of the town and the number of students which each town has going to that school. We have less than 10,000 people in this town. No real businesses to speak of. I just told you every business in town on one hand. Whereas there are towns that have more money that should be charged more. Just like property taxes. Okay. In most cases, correct me if I'm wrong here, but in most cases with property taxes, unlike with income taxes and business taxes, with property taxes, the rich are going to pay more. Why? Because they have larger homes with higher assessed values. Their homes have been assessed at a higher value than mom and dad's 3-bedroom ranch that they haven't really done a whole bunch on, that hasn't been updated since 1996, and is assessed at 90 grand or whatever, versus, we'll call them ma and pa. Say they're older and their house hasn't been touched since like 1996, and it's just a little ranch, not a big deal, a little split level ranch. And then you have the guy that works as a lawyer in Boston, who has a brand new home that was just completely redone when he bought it, is big and no, let's use a different example. We're still using ma and pa in their split level ranch that hasn't been touched since 1996. Inside or outside, it's got weathered vinyl siding. I mean, there's nothing major broken inside, we'll say, but it's just not, it doesn't hold the value. Say its assessed value is $90,000, okay? Then you have a guy that owns a sizable business somewhere, or is a very successful realtor, some kind of very successful person, and they own a home that's value is assessed at $1.5 million, okay? And guess what? Their property tax is going to be higher than ma and pa, whose house is assessed at 90, which is the way it should be. So I don't know why they don't do that with business taxes. Why can't you assess them the same way that you assess a housing the real estate tax? And yeah, I realize they probably have ways around paying that too. But if you've got a town with a lot more of those in it, people, excuse me, with those houses in it that are assessed much higher than here in Douglas, where you do have a lot of older ma and pas who, I'm looking for the card and it's in the thing, whose houses aren't assessed that high, if they even own a house. And if you go ahead and reassess the apartment buildings, guess what? This girl on Social Security all of a sudden is paying higher rent. So that's just an example. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying that's an example of what happens when taxes on the homes go up, the rents go up. They have to. Because the landlord's got $1.5 million house. Then you have all the assessments of the rental properties that he owns. Guess what? The renters are all going to pay that. It's over there. It's probably Diane. I feel like anyway, that's the way it works. Oh, what the heck? Oh, okay. It's that book place that my friend turned me on to. It's called Thrift Books. I've already downloaded the app. I haven't had a chance to really look through it. I've been busy. But that's why I say no to that. It's a sneaky way to override Prop 2.5 is what it is. If, like I said, if you're not from this area, you're in Massachusetts, and I don't know about any other states, we signed in the 1970s what's called Proposition 2.5, which means no town may raise, or states that no town may raise their property taxes above 2.5% without what's called an override. That is, without the vote of the people saying, yes, we'll allow you to raise it 3.5% because the school needs new windows, or the town hall needs a heating system, or whatever it is that they need more money for. If the people say that it's okay, they can do it. If the people don't, they're going to have to find that money somewhere else. This is a sneaky way to go around Prop 2.5. So, by saying, we want to do it without an override, we just want to do it. So give us permission. No, what you're doing by voting yes is giving them technically a Prop 2.5 override. Screw you. So, you're giving them an override without calling it an override in name. Is what you're doing. Find the money somewhere else. My opinion. Why should the rents go up, the taxes go up for all these people when there are only a few students at that school from the town? I'm sorry, it shouldn't. That school keeps asking and asking and asking for more and more and more and more money. But unless a certain number of the towns deny what they're asking for and make them go back to the table and ask for a different number, they get what they ask for even if certain towns vote no. And that is the town. That's not me. That's not the average voter that gets to vote on that. The town people, how do I put this? The finance committee, the board of selectmen, those people vote on that. And you need a majority of the towns, a certain number of the towns actually, to vote, no, we're not giving you that much, in order to make the Vogue school go back and reassess and come back with a smaller number. It never happens, because certain towns will just vote to do it anyway. Even when there's a small group of towns that get together and say, we're done. We're not going to keep paying them more and more and more. So This is just my opinion, and some facts that I know. Please forgive the fact that I look like Pebbles. I don't look like Bam Bam. Anyway, so I just wanted to sort of explain that. I didn't know I was going to go on a 20-minute rant. But anyway, I think it's important. Like I said, I don't know what states have those kinds of protections for their residents, like a Prop 2.5, which is a protection. It is a protection for the residents. I'll do some research and let you know what year that came about. When Prop 2.5 passed. That's what we call it for short, Prop 2.5. It's actually called Proposition 2.5, which passed and is a law. So hopefully we all vote no, so that they can't worm their way around Prop 2.5, which is what they want to do, especially in this town. Be interesting to see how many towns are having that kind of a vote. Sorry, Prop 2.5 does not include, well, I shouldn't say that, but that shouldn't be able to be used for outside stuff. And it can't be, and that's why they're doing it this way. Because I don't think that they could ask for an override for the vote school. So they have to do it this way. But again, my personal answer is bleeping no. So, and I haven't even looked at what the price is yet on my box rent this year. I knew it was coming. We're supposed to be due in August. It's due at the very end of this month, but let's see what the number actually is before I die here. Let's see here. Okay. Yay! It went up again. It's to a point where your box rent is more now than it was 2 years ago to do it for an entire year. More now for 6 months than it was 2 years ago for an entire year. 2 years ago, not last year, because it went up for 6 months at the same price that I paid a year of the year before. Now it's higher for 6 months than it was what I paid 2 years ago for an entire year, which was why I went down to 6 months. So August, September, October, November, December. Okay, the next one's in January. Believe me, I'd rather do a year. But it's $182. Yeah, for a post office box. For mail that you can't even manage to put in it to begin with. That you say, yeah, I have your package, I just haven't put the card in yet. I'm sorry, I'm paying you big bucks here. Put the damn card in the box. Go through your packages and put the damn cards in the boxes when we're paying you $91 for 6 months of the pleasure of going to the post office and picking up our mail. Getting a card out of our box or walking up to your window and waiting for our packages the half the time you can't find. Rant over. And I'm not kidding on that, by the way. Because I had a box of breathing medication sit there for a month while I fought with them. And they insisted that Bob was lying to me, that Bob picked it up. He didn't. You found it when the next one came in. Or right before, like days before the next one came in. So they had to send another one, which charges my insurance company again. You played soccer with another one of them, so they had to send out a replacement, which my insurance company again had to pay for. All for the pleasure of me paying you $91 every 6 months. Now let me see. Now, in reality, you should be saving a year, right? So let's add 91 and 91, shall we? 1 and 1 are 2. Okay, 9 and 9 are 18. Nope. You're paying exactly double. If you're doing a year, you should be saving a certain amount, not paying exactly double what you'd be paying for 6 months. In most cases, moisturizing, so it's from a Note. It's a lip gloss, and it's called I'm too blind to read it. So I'll see you to get into that genealogy, and no, I haven't had a chance to play with screen recording yet, so we'll have to do it a different way. So God bless you. Thank you for bearing with me. I'll try to edit it a little bit, but no promises. So let's get this open. On how much I'll be able to edit out. The last video is just going to be an all-around vlog because I need to talk about the rest of the wrestlers will be competing in the Money in the Bank matches tomorrow. And we'll just sort of wander around the house and be doing things while we chit-chat. It's just going to be a regular vlog. So, God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I've chit-chatted at you for 30 minutes. But I think these are important things. Especially if you happen to live here. Please subscribe. We are trying to get to 200 here and to 500 on the other channel by the 4th of August. Bye, guys. God bless you.